starred in music videos with Nico, piling up his own poems. His first book of poems introduced by John Recchi, his second book of poems introduced by Tomás Rivera. He had such an incredible light step, a sure step. Every decision he made about his aesthetic dharma seemed to be somehow guileless and flawless. He was just an incomparable exemplar. When you see the picture of him in the white shades, you know where Kurt Cobain got the white sunglasses idea. He even made it to Kurt Cobain, I'm sure. If you think about all these places that he ventured to and witnessed, all these moments, these intersections with the legendary and the exalted, and he was keeping the secret of his own legend and his own exaltation to himself. If you could think of like Zelig channeling James Boswell through the voice of Carlos Fuentes with a tincture of Alavista in there, that was the algorithm that drove the secret equation of Gregg Barrios. He was an incredibly sentimental guy. He came to a book signing of mine and took a picture and insisted on taking this picture of my mom with me at a book signing, which he proudly presented to me framed, which my mom really enjoyed, and I exalt her. Gregg was also fond of taking a piss. As a pisser, he was always fond of taking a piss. He could. There were great evenings at his house in Portland that were movie nights, and he could find interstices in movies that were unimaginably obscure. He could detail the Chicanos in La Dolce Vita. There were Chicanos in La Dolce Vita. And he could point them out to me. When I was looking desperately for a copy of Spalding Gray's Swimming to Cambodia, he had it on a thumb drive. And then there was this great moment, we were going to do a gig together, we were going to do a reading together, and he just written, it wasn't a bad review of my last book, but it was a circumspect review, it was a judicial review, and I said to Gregg, I really want to thank you for that review. Never mind what it did to sales prospects, because it was in the LA Times. I said, I want to thank you for that review because it took the veil off of your infallibility. And he looked at me immediately and said, a great critic always has to maintain the illusion of fallibility. And then we had a great evening together. Gregg's legacy lives with all of us in his work. The last book of poems, La Causa. You might think, well, La Causa, the great Chicano struggle. But for Gregg, La Causa was something that included that was even deeper. It was really about a unique impulse to use literature to transform the world, to use film to transform minds and spirits. Every art form imaginable, from space operas in Crystal City. Dean Hendricks was in his first play, his first production of Tommy, rock opera in Crystal City. He was the very first Tommy. So Gregg's fecundity, his creativity, had no bounds, except mortality. And for that, for all he's left us in a book that is to come in 2022, a poem I never wrote, we can wait and give thanks for Gregg Barrios presente. Barrios.